Big Poppa here, cooking some pork chops for you. I'm gonna season them with sweet money. I'm gonna cook them on the M grill. And then I'm gonna make Big Poppa's pineapple bacon hash. There's a lot of talk about pork and what the proper temperature is. I'm gonna cook these to a 145 internal temperature. Now, when I'm talking to you about things like internal temperature, knowing what the meat should be when you're done will make you very consistent and also very good, provided nobody's giving you any bum information. So this is a very complicated recipe, this part of it. We're gonna take sweet money, which is the #1 rub on the competition barbecue circuit. It's also used at one of the big successful chains, I can't mention their name, BJ's Brewhouse. So we're gonna get both sides. We're gonna put it in this half pan. And we're gonna put it on the cooker. Okay, we're gonna put the pork on, but I wanna talk a little bit about your cooker and managing your cooker and knowing your cooker. People will talk about a 2-zone cook, where one part of your cooker is hot and one part of your cooker isn't. Some people call it the safe zone. If you get in trouble grilling, you need an area that's cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here to the cool side, and I'm gonna put these 4 pork chops on. I'm gonna close it up about 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna take the temperature, see how I'm doing. My ending temperature I want is about 140 to 145. At about 130, 135, I'm gonna actually give them a quick sear. So I'm gonna find out where they are, and if they're somewhere around 100 degrees, I'm gonna turn them. See you in 10. Okay. Where I told you I wanted around 90 to 100. Well, that's 100. Flip that over, flip that over. This one's gonna need a little more heat, so I got a little closer to the fire. I'll see you in another 10 minutes. Adios. While the pork chops are cooking, I'm gonna make Big Poppa's pineapple bacon hash with a little punch in the nose with Tabasco at the end. And I'm gonna top the pork chops with it. So we're gonna start by doing some bacon pieces here. If you've watched any of my videos, you probably know I like bacon. Just want to make sure you know that. What we're going to do, we're going to get this bacon nice and crispy. And then we're going to pour out some of the bacon fat, but not all of it. I'm going to caramelize the onions and pineapple. And when they get nice and kind of brown, the pineapple, I'm going to fold in a little bit of the reserved juice from the can of the chunks. And then I'm going to hit it with some granny. So it's going to be kind of a pineapple barbecue sauce. And bacon with pineapple just goes so well. Wonder if anything's ever happened bad to anybody after they ate bacon. I think I might just eat bacon all the time and then nothing bad will happen to me. Okay, the bacon's exactly how I like it. So I'm gonna take this slotted spoon, put it on some paper towels. So now I got my trusty can. My sweet onion and my pineapple in there. And then a little sweet money. I like sweet money because it's got a lot of the spices and seasoning I want, but it also has some sodium. And the salt, when it hits the pineapple on the outside, it actually brings the sugar to the top and makes it easier to caramelize. Let's give it a little butter to help it along here. It's about 2 cans of pineapple. It's about 1 pound of bacon. It's a half a sweet onion. Sweet money just to cover it. One of the things about cooking and using all your senses, you kind of know how much to put on. Like this is kind of a light to medium coverage. I think a lot of times you cook by feel, and I think you become a better cook when you cook by feel. Final slab, and we should get some great caramelization. It's always good to kind of spread it apart. If you put everything real close, it doesn't cook as evenly. We're actually toasting the sugars in the pineapple, and it bonds to the edge, and it gives it a great flavor, especially with the different seasonings we added in the butter, and actually we cooked it in a little bit of reserved bacon fat. Okay, I've got it where I want it. Now it's time to fold back in the bacon. Now I'm gonna take this reserved pineapple juice. A little over a third of a cup, between a third and a half. Okay, put some barbecue sauce in. This is Granny's barbecue sauce. Needs one more ingredient once I get it in here. One of the great uses for Tabasco is a little booster at the end. Here we go, right there. So we're gonna hold this aside and we're gonna bring the pork chops in. They're almost done. About 128 there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull these off. I'm gonna sit here for a little bit and let the coals get going good. I'll have a nice even fire to kiss the meat to give it its caramelization. So you know what you do now? Hold all calls. You're thinking about how good this pork's gonna be with that pineapple and bacon and onion and granny sauce. I'd like to feel it to test it, but I've got 2 gloves on, but that feels really hot anyway, so here we go. This one's farther done, so I'm gonna get it kind of away from the fire a little bit. Just a few minutes, because what we're gonna do too is we're gonna try and give it some crisscross, okay? See if we got a mark yet. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back on the other side. I'm gonna turn them on a diagonal. In a couple more minutes, we're gonna flip them on a diagonal again, and I think we're gonna be at our desired temperature. That's a little bit right there. 144, that's done. 133, this is gonna need just a little more. Okay, I think we're close here. Let's let these rest a couple of minutes inside, and then we're gonna plate them. It's time to plate the Smithfield pork chops with the sweet money with my Tabasco pineapple bacon hash with sweet onion. So let's go. Pineapple, pork, bacon. I mean, I won. Happy to present you Big Poppa's pork chops smothered in pineapple, bacon, Tabasco hash.